Hi there, Matt here from Curtain Club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to measure up for blockout drapery. So once again we're going to need our tape measure, but in addition to that we're going to need a stud finder, some masking tape and a pencil. So very similar to sheer curtains, except that on the end of our track, within 100 mil or 10 centimeters, we need to make sure that we have a solid or a structural fixing point behind the plaster. So first of all, we're just going to measure our height. So you just need to determine how high you would like your track to sit. If you want it mounted to the ceiling, you're just going to measure from the ceiling down to the floor on both sides. And then you'll take the smaller measurement. If there's any difference in those measurements, take the smaller measurement for this. And then that's for a ceiling mount or a top fix. If you want it mounted to the wall, so a wall mount, then you need to just determine how high you'd like to go. Normally I'll do it halfway between the top of the architrave and the cornice or the ceiling, or 100 mil down or 10 centimeters down from the cornice or the ceiling. So for today, let's do it halfway. So we're going to measure the distance from the cornice or the ceiling to the top of the architrave, which is 760. That means that halfway is going to be half of that, which is 380. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some masking tape at 380, and you're going to want to mark that so that you know exactly where you have to measure to. So you mark the masking tape so that you don't put a mark on your wall. I can see 380 is right there. Do it on both sides. So 380. Okay, so I've marked that out. Now the next thing that I need to do is grab my stud finder and make sure that I've got a stud somewhere around there. And if it's, so I can see there, yes, I do have a stud, which means that where I have my stud, I need to make sure that my track is 10 centimeters wider than that. So the stud lines up with where my masking tape is. If it doesn't, then you'll need to put another bit of masking tape where your studs are, and just measure from stud to stud. So that there is 930, and add 100 mil for either side, or 10 centimeters to either side. So 930 then becomes 1130. So that's the track width that I'll have. From there, we need to measure the height. So you've got your marks already, so you can see that. You can either do it like this, try and marry it up with where your mark is. Alternatively, you can do it the other way. So from the floor to where your mark is, so 2330 and 2330. So that's it. You'll be putting in your value for the height as usual, and the width will just be accounting for the studs plus 10 centimeters on either side. Thank you very much.